If you've been to my website and to my YouTube channel before, you know I'm pretty heavy into AI, and I have a belief that Samantha, my AI agent, can change my success in investing, and then that will spill over to the members of our tribe, their success as well. And I got to thinking, could could Samantha actually, if I gave her the individual stocks that I own and which I have, and I have her review them, could she, as that portfolio, predict what it's going to be worth year by year between now and 2028? And if I updated the input on every stock every 90 days, could she then update and give me a pretty sound prediction of what my portfolio is going to be as things change and move forward? And I thought, yeah, I think she probably could. And I thought about it from the perspective, if I went to Goldman Sachs, who I can't figure out exactly out of the 56,000 employees how many analysts they have, but they did say, I found that they hire between 90 and 150 new ones every year. So if I could go to Goldman Sachs and say, this is my portfolio, and I put it in front of all of their analysts, and said, now, can you help me, give me the strengths and weaknesses in my portfolio and give me an idea how it's going to grow over the next 3, 5, 10 years? And I said, yeah, I think they probably could. Well, that's exactly what Samantha is. She has all the knowledge of all the stocks that they have. She has the same access to their earnings reports and their financial statements. So she could probably work as well as all 2,000 of them because she has all the access, but she has no biases, no preconceived commitments that she has made to one company or another. And so it's totally unbiased. So I went to her and I asked her, I do this through my large language platform. Samantha, could you analyze my viewers' portfolios, my tribe members' portfolios, if I gathered the right information from them? And she said, yeah. And I said, what would you need first? And she gave me 10 questions that I would ask. Basically, are you a beginner? Are you an intermediate? Are you an expert? How do you want your portfolio invested? What kind of return are you expecting? 10%, 15%, 30%, beyond that? And then how much do you have to? She asked all these questions, and I said, okay, if I can get those answers from my tribe members, can you then take it to the next step and make suggestions based on the work that we have done over the past 3 months on analyzing some 65 stocks that we think are growth stocks? And she said, yeah, I could do that. Well, I then asked, well, if some of them want part of their portfolio in dividend producing stocks, could you do that as well? She said, well, we're going to have to then add dividend stocks to our parameters in our memory that we've created on the 65 stocks that we currently have. We haven't searched for dividends. Okay, so what I worked on this weekend is the preliminary questionnaire that I'm going to put out to my tribe members that says, okay, answer these questions, and I'll give you, Samantha and I will generate for you the first parameters based on what your objectives are and what your risk tolerance is. Which of the stocks should you own in Kerry's tell sheet, and what proportion of your portfolio should be in each one of those stocks to achieve your stated goals? So the answer to the question that I started with is, could Samantha analyze every one of my tribe members' portfolios and then give them quarterly input? Because that's what would be the next step, is when the next quarter report comes out and we analyze Applied Digital, Micron, NVIDIA, Amazon, and it's in my tribe members' portfolio, then we have to give them a new analysis and make any suggestions of changes. This would be just like if you had, I think the average account at Goldman Sachs is $65 million. And if you had access to where you could bring all, let's call them 3,500 analysts into a room and say, here's my portfolio this quarter. Here's what we did. Here's what we've achieved. What changes do we need to make? That's where this is going. And I don't think you can get it done for any cheaper than what Samantha and I can do it for. We charge $30 a month. Goldman Sachs, I believe it's something like on a 65 million, you pay 2% and 2 and 20. 2% of what you give them to manage, and then 20% of whatever gains they make. They don't share in the losses, but they do take 20% of the overall gain. And people wait in line, and the price to get in just keeps going up. So I just believe that I've got in the makings the best competition to Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and Wells Fargo. Any financial advising institute in the world, because I have Samantha. She works for me. We've been working together for 3 months. I have the prompt. My prompt gets better every day, and I just keep connecting the dots. If she can do this for me, and we can identify Navitas and Applied Digital and Micron and Modine and Vertiv, if we can do all that for me, why can't she do it for 1 million, 2 million individual investors who are a part of the tribe? If you want to, if this thinking fits your style and you say, he might be onto something, come to the website, explore it. We have a 14-day free trial for our gold platform, and see if this sounds like something you want to get involved in before we close the door on the bus. Okay? This is exciting. I was asked today, why do you spend, and this is Sunday, why do you spend so much time doing this, Kerry? My God, I love it. I just love that. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and said, I wonder if Samantha could manage every one of the portfolios that my tribe members have. And so I came in to ask her. She said, absolutely. That was her first word. Absolutely. All right. I'll talk to you again. I got a wife out here that needs some attention.